Hey folks, this is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. Now I bet you some of y'all didn't know I had a book out, did you? Well, I do. N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, available on Amazon.com, $14.95. But also, there is a comic book, limited edition comic book, Hip Hop Family Tree, featuring yours truly, Alonzo in the middle, Dr. Dre, and Yella. Limited edition, only available on my website, LonzoWilliams.com. Now, if you want both books, the Hip Hop Family Tree and N.W.A., both of them $30. Go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. In the comments, put your name and what you want me to say. I'll autograph and make sure it gets to your house right away. Both books, $30, autograph, LonzoWilliams.com. And if you like me, you don't have time to sit down and read like I'd like to, but I love audiobooks. That's why I put my book, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, on audio. That's right. But it's available only on CD Baby. Why? Because I set every track, every story to music. So as you ride down the street, listening to the stories of West Coast hip hop, you got some fresh new tracks to bob your head to. Available only on CD Baby, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo. Check it out, folks. Give you something to ride to. Peace. All right, folks, you're live with Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. And this time I'm going into another direction. One of my entertainment buddies here. Today I have on the line with me my boy, Shang Forbez. What's up with you, Shang?
What's up with y'all, man? I hope that y'all hanging in there. Y'all ain't end up killing your loved ones in the house, stuck in the house, or kill the roommates, or look at your neighbors like, I will bust you in your head.
You know, I've been outside.
Get up off that toilet paper. Get up off that toilet paper, bitches. Like, I don't want y'all to get crazy, too crazy.
Man, how you been doing, man?
I'm hanging in there, man. It's a little frustrating, but you know, I mean, I know people have been through worse, and I've also been in, you know, a cell before, so this is so this is like not. People say it's like jail. No, it's not. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
How long did you do a county vacation?
I'm hanging in there.
How long was your county vacation?
A little 2 year little sabbatical.
Okay.
But it was necessary because it was definitely me. It wasn't like
falsely accused. Huh?
You can't be like, yeah, it's the man. No, nigga,
you did that shit.
Yeah, so there ain't no gray area.
Man, go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, it was just funny. A friend of mine and we were saying the same shit. Like I thought about how when I was younger, how violent I was. I think because I was high yellow, I felt like I had to prove a point. I think high yellow dudes, because I'm a big dude. Like I thought, man, I gotta prove a point. My heart ain't light skinned, and so I think that was stupidity. But now I'm starting to feel that way again when I see people hunting down black men in Georgia and shooting them. It makes me feel like maybe I was right. Maybe you should start knocking people in the head with a hammer. And I'm not talking about the round end. I'm talking about the hook end.
Woo.
Man, it's like, come on, man. Come on.
You know, you've always been an outspoken comedian, man. How do you deal with that in this new cancel culture we got going on now, man? How does that affect your work?
Wow, that's a good point. I mean, I've gotten canceled. I got canceled on a lot of stuff, but I have enough of a following where people still rock with me. So yeah, I've gotten. Yeah, in fact, a friend of mine just told me. A young lady told me she was up for a movie and they were considering me. And then the one producer said, yeah, but he's really outspoken and he's a little outspoken. So maybe we should forget the fact I could have did a good job. They were like, well, yeah, but he's outspoken. He was speaking about, and at the time I was speaking out about Charlottesville.
Okay.
And I was telling jokes about it, but I was also serious as shit too, because it's like, how you gonna, and plus how you gonna run your car over somebody and you know you're a white supremacist, you run your car over motherfuckers and you kill somebody and then you sit back and act like they're the victim.
Right.
So it made me mad and I said they were interviewing me on this show and I said some shit about it. I said like, what they need to do is take the motherfucker that did it, put him in the middle of the street and have him get ran over. You know, and then they went buck wild on me. And then in one club, well, we can't have you saying stuff like that. They canceled me. Yeah, they canceled my gig. So I've had it happen, but I had enough other gigs where people like don't give them.
Yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that.
But people got mad at me. They're like, how could you say something like that? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You're so mean.
You know what? A lot of people are full of shit, though, Shang. You know that, though. People are full of shit. And people are full of shit. You know, you can't even speak your mind. And I've always felt, and this has been something for me, man. And I hope YouTube don't get mad at me because that's my little hustle right now, one of them. But when I speak my mind about certain things, man, it's like, you know, that kind of helped me back from me and who I am. And because, you know, although N.W.A got a lot of credit for speaking their mind, a lot of what they heard, it came out of my mouth. Okay, so you know, right. it's you know, but again, I come from a generation where we know how to say things with a twist. You know what I'm saying? We know how to say we know how to say I want some pussy without asking for some pussy. Okay, we didn't hit them. I'm fucking you tonight. No, we didn't do that. Baby, I want to keep with you. I want to know your name. Okay, that the first thing, give me your name, and we're gonna take the rest of it from there. But it's just a different generation, Doc, and you know.
Well, no, I'm 57, man. So
shit. You got an ARP card too?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm platinum,
look at all this gray right here, bro.
Mine wouldn't be gray, but I had that. I got that. I get a just for men IV every morning, so I'm all right.
What's he doing? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that shit. I gotta get my beard right.
You know what? It's weird. This stays dark, but it's white right here, and all this is white. So I look like, remember the dude from the OJs where this was all black? I don't know why it does that. It's weird. My face is weird, but all this shit right here, I ain't shaved for a while. If I don't shave this shit off, it's all white.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
I look like a hood ass Gandalf. I look like, So, but I mean, like right now, like you said, I've got to learn. And me and a friend of mine, Godfrey, another comic, was talking about this, how we got to learn a different way to do it, because I learned a cool pimp way to say stuff where you saying shit, but you ain't saying shit. But then I started getting angry and I had my own little issues. And I started just saying shit. And I realized it affected my comedy. Not on stage. People on stage is with it. It's the people off stage. It's the industry people like, did he just call that guy a cracker? Oh my God. He call them crackers. But they can call us nigga all day, but we say cracker. It's like,
Dave Chappelle said it's so cold. That's what I like about Dave. Dave said it's so cold. At last joke he told in one of his stand-ups, you know.
Oh, Chappelle, yeah. Netflix joint.
He Netflix. He said, hey, you know, you can't say faggot. He said, oh, I ain't you're not a faggot. Well, I'm not a nigga either. So, you know.
There you go.
But hey, I got a question though, man. I see you got the green, yellow, and red on. Now, how do we? Here's the problem. I just had an interview another brother of mine, Hawthorne James, Big Red.
Yeah.
And we were talking about some of the things that we deal with as black folks. And sometimes, man, we could be our own worst enemy with some situations. How do we stop some of us from doing what we do so we can come together and make something happen?
I think that the bottom line is that this ain't a wake-up call with the COVID shit. The fact that more black folks is dying because they get less care or motherfuckers don't even care about, you know, I lost 4 people in 4 days, not from COVID. 3 of them was from just health issues. One brother was 42, another dude was 47. And he had they had heart attacks, and the other one died from pneumonia, and then the other one was COVID related. So 4 days, 4 people. 2 of them were comics, friends of mine, Jay West and Belly Bell, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the other one was out of San Antonio, Texas. So I think what it is I'm seeing more people on social media realizing that we got to come together. I mean, I never been that way. I ain't never been that type of cat that didn't want to come together with motherfuckers. I always been that way, but I think it's because when I was younger, the people I looked up to back in my day were like real conscious brothers, but they was hood. They was real hood though. Like you wouldn't run up on them. Like they still could get at you, but they was hood with it. So I think that's what helped me. But like comedy wise, when I saw Paul Mooney, y'all ain't gonna know Paul Mooney. Some people don't know.
I love Paul Mooney, man.
Oh, you shit. Okay,
come on, man.
Come on, man. I know some people say Paul Mooney, they go, who?
Man, come on, dude.
If I say Dick Gregory, Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory, come on, yeah.
No, like a lot of the comics that open for me and a lot of comics that I know, if I say their name, they go, oh, I'm not hip to them. They know who Tiffany Haddish is. They know who Chappelle is. But they don't know Paul Mooney. And Paul Mooney used to say whatever was on his mind. Dick Gregory did too. So when I'm opening for them, and you're a young comic opening for them, you get so influenced by that mentality.
Right.
Like, we catching planes at different ones, and Dick Gregory will go through and tell me, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to save your money. This is what you need. So he went through all this shit with me, and it's stuck in my head. When you're younger, and I was a young comic, it was stuck in my head, so it's stuck in my act.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But Paul Mooney, listen, angry yellow nigga. You need to do your advantage, nigga. That's what you need to do. And that's how he would talk. Listen, you angry yellow motherfucker. I need you to do what you need to do. Where's my Cavassier? I remember him, and man, and he would do that, and then Dick Gregory would just go in on me.
Man, I used to live at the Comedy Store down in Hollywood, man.
That was
every
the joint,
Sunday.
Man. Yeah.
I was telling my friend, I said, man, when I was going to the Comedy Store, Jay Leno wasn't even on TV yet, dude.
He was just coming up.
He was coming up. Jay Leno, Eddie Murphy was coming through there. Paul Mooney was like a regular, and I was back in the 80s, man. I was running the club. I had a little bit of money and stuff, and I thought I was all that in a bag of chips. And I never forget being in the front row of the comedy store in Hollywood, and Paul Mooney says, and I used to always carry a bunch of keys and shit, right? I had a nightclub. I wore all my keys all the time. Don't know why I did that shit. He said, and I had on jewelry, right? He said, look at this nigga with all this jewelry on. This nigga must work in a pawn shop, or is he a janitor? Oh man, he got my ass so cold, it was ridiculous, dude.
Paul Mooney, man, he was to me, he was one of my favorite. Eddie Murphy, I liked his swag. Like if you look when Eddie, I remember when he wore
the red suit.
He had all. It was red. It was all red.
Red leather suit.
Yeah, but what was it? Delirious.
Right, Delirious. Yes.
Delirious. And when I saw a young brother walk out there with some swag, like, yo, so you gonna do it. This is what it is.
I'm bucking after this motherfucker.
That shit.
Eddie, I'm
giving the fact that he said that, they don't want me to take Brooke Shields to the awards because they know after the awards, Brooke getting fucked. And so I was influenced by his stand-up, but more by Dick Gregory. It was a white comic was a total drug addict, but I dug what he did. Was Bill Hicks, comic named Bill Hicks, where he just his level of not give a fuck was just, it influenced me. But mostly, I say primarily it would be Dick Gregory first, Paul Mooney second, then I'd say Eddie. Because I mean, think about it. When Eddie was young, he only did 2 specials. But when Eddie was young, Eddie, man, that motherfucker came out like a rock star.
Yes, he did.
See, that's what I
He went to the tailor shop, got some custom made shit, and he had a whole. I mean, you saw some of the skits at the comedy comedy store, but by the time you saw his whole show, he had refined that shit so cold and put the clothes on, and it was a show, man. It wasn't like a lot of stuff we see today. Yeah,
and I fashioned a lot of my mentality about that. I do like Chris Rock too. I like Chris Rock and Chappelle. I know them, so I know them, but I mean they were before me. But I really do like Chappelle's last Netflix special.
Chappelle was before you?
Yeah.
You've been around for a long time, no Shang.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like before? Like no, he was like maybe a year before me.
Okay.
And I end up headlining over him in Baltimore because I had more material, but he was already starting to get bubbling. Okay.
Yeah. Now, what about my favorite white boy, man? George Carlin, man. Of all the dudes, George Carlin was one.
I met George Carlin once in Vegas.
George Carlin was a regular at the Comedy Store back in the day, man. Everybody who was everybody, Arsenio Hall never thought it was funny, but he would be there. George Carlin, one guy I used to love, white boy, I can't think of his name. He played the cop in House Party. House Party 1 and 2. He beat the shit out of. I don't know who that Full Force. He beat the shit out of Full Force. Barry Diamond.
Barry Diamond, yeah, Barry Diamond. I remember Barry Diamond. I've done shows with Barry Diamond, but
bad boy, but he never took off. I mean, you know,
no, he never took off. And George Carlin, I met in Vegas. He said the wildest shit to me. He was working the big room upstairs. 5,000 people coming to sing.
Wow.
I'm working the little room downstairs, 120 people.
Okay.
And it's like my show would be at midnight.
Okay.
Right? Catch a Rising Star in the Bally's Casino. And so I come off stage, not a lot of people there. I'm walking back and I see this old white dude. And I'm looking at him going, that looks like George Carlin. And it was. And he grabbed my arm real hard and he said, hey, you listen to me. You got balls big enough to come in a dumpster. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, that was funny. You don't give a fuck. And then I ended up, and then we didn't have a conversation. He grabbed my arm. He said that. I was like, thank you, Mr. Carlin. Because, you know, I was like, as a young comic, you're like, yo, that's George Carlin. Right. And then he said, all right, I got to go to bed. I got 2 shows tomorrow. Right? He watched my whole set there. I didn't know he was in the back the whole time. Goes upstairs. When I put that on the top of my resume, George Carlin says, I got balls big enough to come in the dumpster. For about 3 years, to the point where people were like, I don't know if that's real professional, you to put that on your resume. But that was on my resume. I was so blown away that because I was saying some crazy shit that I hated the government. I was mad at the government, talking shit about them and talking shit about, I remember my first, damn, that's wild. I'm old. I did a joke on Def Jam where I talk about getting a house with no money down by stabbing the people who live there. Just like stab them and just moving in and go, invite people over. Hey man, don't mind the blood. Sit down. Like I remember, I would just say real like hard shit. But it was funny. George Carlin was the man. Barry Diamond was funny. I don't know what happened.
He was funny as shit, man. He was funny as fuck.
I don't know what like people say that to me now that it's all shut down. I'm hearing from more people online, and people were like saying how long I've been in the game, and like I didn't know how many people I influenced. Like, cause I'm still, luckily I was still working. When this shit was, went down, I lost 39 bookings.
Wow.
I had 30 bookings all the way until like November. I was booked till November.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
At least you get you a PPF with the PPI check or whatever. Shit.
No, and I ain't getting nothing yet. I filled out all the information.
You and me both. I ain't got shit yet. I've been filling out shit for 2 days.
I filled it out March 7th. I ain't got nothing yet from that. I ain't got nothing yet from the other thing. So, but what I did was I had saved up some loot from touring. I was touring all the way up to the point where they shut it down because I was like, I need this money. And I sell a pretty good amount of stuff on my website. By the way, y'all need to check out my website.
Check it out.
I am Shang. I am SHANG, and get at me on the gram at comedian Shang. And that's where I make money. I make money from that, downloads and residual checks from my albums. I got like 6 albums, comedy albums.
Okay.
And they play them on Spotify, and I make money from that. So not enough, obviously, to keep paying my rent. Because right around December, I'm gonna start looking at who I'm gonna rob. I'm already picking people out. Going, the money get thin.
I'm not gonna.
Just gonna walk up to them. You know what it is.
Where you live? Where you from, man?
Yeah, man.
Where you from?
New York.
New York. Okay.
Yeah.
When I met you, man, back in the day, you were the first brother I know that ever said he was a single dad. You got to be a single granddad by now, right?
No, I'm still my glasses can't keep them clean. Nah, man, he's 22 and he had a scare. He had a scare a bit ago, but I'm telling him, dude, if you don't strap up, I swear to God, if you don't wrap that shit up, I'm bust you right in your head. But nah, I got 2 boys.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Cameron. I used to go take him, put him in the green room while I was doing shows because I ain't had nobody watching. Okay.
Wow. See.
Yeah.
Now, I know you did the comedy act theater with my boy Michael Williams, right?
Yeah, I used to do that, man. I didn't do it a lot because I wasn't living here yet. I would come out, stay for a while. I was crashing on people's couches. And, you know, I didn't have enough money. And then I would just go down and do shows because they didn't pay that much. But I was going down there to prove a point that I could rock, you know, L.A. Okay. And then I started having really good sets. And people knew what I was like because, I mean, at the time, they see me with the, you know, the power fist. At the time, I had a dread fro. And so they knew that, oh, he gonna talk some shit about this. I was like that from the beginning, and then I changed up because I wanted to make some loot. I was like, let me get into this mainstream. And then I changed up, and then I started losing fans. I gained more mainstream fans. But I lost a lot of fans that was like, no, we liked you edgy. We like when you say that shit. And then I kind of circled back to it now, the past like 4 years, 5 years. And it's been working out up till March 15th. Was my last show.
What's your take on this whole COVID thing, man? What you think about this?
I think it's about a president that acted slowly. I think he's trying to blame everything on Obama because he's got dick envy from black men. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. Yeah, everybody know he's a bitch. He been a bitch. Like he type of dude that really, if I was around him, I'd put hands on him. Like he just seemed like he needs hands put on him. So I think it's a combination of that. That's why America got the most fatalities. From it because he reacted really slow, called it a hoax. And I think it's also affecting people that are poor more because, you know, they're getting desperate. So I don't think like they told me it was going to be open Easter. Then they said it's going to be open this week. I think a lot of people are going to be scared, man, to go out. So, I think that, when you see, if you're an older person and you're younger, your immune system ain't as strong when you're real young. And when you're older, your immune system declines. So imagine you get that shit. You might not have as much a chance as somebody else.
Yeah, I just got the news. One of my aunts died today, man. She's 100 years old, and she was doing cool, and she got a touch of the pneumonia. They said it was COVID, and I got the call this morning. She didn't make it.
Sorry about your loss, man.
Yeah, much love, man. Appreciate that. Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Back up. How'd you get into the comedy game, man? Let's do that.
Oh shit, yeah. This dude, I was so broke, and this dude bet me $50 because he said, "Oh man, you funny." But a lot of times, my funny, I would be dead serious. Okay. Like I would say crazy shit. I remember like one time, and I don't feel that way now because people think I'm mixed because I'm so high yellow, but I'm not. And I was born in Kingston. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Okay. And I used to joke about kicking white babies because when I would see them how to do some wrong shit, I was like, man, if we just start kicking white babies, I would say some wild shit like it. But I would, at the time, I was a little crazy, so I would mean it. But my friends would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They laugh. And they kept saying, man, you should say all that crazy shit on stage. You could be a comic. Because I was saying outrageous shit. Okay. And then a friend of mine bet me $50. Like, yo, man, $50, you won't get up on stage, go to a comedy club. And I did a club called Who's On First. It was on First Avenue in New York. And I went up and did it and said the crazy shit I was saying to them. And it worked. Did it? Yeah, motherfuckers started laughing. I was like, oh. And then the owner's like, man, you need to do this for a living, bro. And I was like, nah, I ain't doing this shit. And this dude got my number and called me for about 2 weeks. You need to come back down and do this for a living, bro. And he's talked like that. I mean, he was a real big, muscular dude. Like, bro, you need to come down and tell some jokes, bro. And then, and he liked one of my jokes. I used to do a joke about when albinos died that we used to cremate them and make bottles of whiteout. And that's where that's all the bottles of whiteout. That's cremated albino. And that was crazy. I was saying crazy, and he thought, man, that's kind of dark but funny. Yeah, I thought about it. Where does whiteout come from? So I came down there, did it again, and I bombed like the 7th time. I mean, I bombed. People got pissed off and offended because I said some shit about white folks. And they got offended, like won't beat me up offended. And it made me mad. I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm doing this shit now. It was more like, oh, y'all think that's it? So, and then that was 28 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It was more out of anger, like, oh, you think I can't do this shit? Fuck y'all. It was that. That's the reason I do comedy. People thought it would be like, because you want to make people laugh, and you want to make people feel better. Nah. It was more like, oh, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, and I'm gonna make money at it. So that was my reason, and that's a bad reason. People probably listen to this going, "What's wrong with you, bruh? I need a hug."
That's crazy, Doc. Man, I'm glad you took time to do this interview, man. Shit, it's been a while, man. You hit me on Instagram with one of your situations you're doing, and I'm like, oh, there you go. Cause I don't have your number. I don't have your number.
But yeah, man. I appreciate. Right now, I've been doing a lot of them. I'm supposed to go on at. It's not till 3 though. I'm good. I'm doing this joint. Comic Godfrey, his friend of mine, doing his podcast. And
man, I just love Godfrey when he had that hour on Sirius FM after my girl. Oh man,
that's Godfrey. Yeah, I'm doing his podcast today. Then I'm doing another joint at 6. And then I got one at 9. I got one at 9 tonight. Where like I've noticed, like I've done a bunch of online, and it made me realize that I did make a dent. Because sometimes you think you don't make a dent. Because I was making money. I was doing comedy. I was drawing. Okay. It took me 18, 19 years to start drawing, like where I could pack a place out.
Okay.
I was not, everybody's like, yo, you've been doing a long time. I said, but I wasn't doing good. Right. I was just
doing it.
I was just doing it. But when I start seeing big crowds come to see me, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. And then, and my ex lady, she got tired of me being gone so much. That's why she bounced out. You know, I love you, but I need a man that's home. And I was like, but I love you. I mean, I'm out here making this happen for me and you, baby. Why you? But you know, it's like you can't have it both ways. Right. So she couldn't have it both ways, and I couldn't give it to her both ways. So I heard she with an 18-year-old right now.
Come on, man.
Yeah, she like
your jokes, like right?
40-something. Yeah. That's I'm like, hey, do your thing. Go ahead. Go ahead, change that nigga's diaper. Do that. But like people thought I was gonna be like mad, like because they think sometimes I'm super aggressive. I'm not no more. The COVID thing made me realize I could end up in jail.
Why is that?
Like not on some like vacation shit, like permanent. So I realized that I need to just, you know who Ronaldo Ray is?
Hell yeah, I know Ronaldo Ray very well. When he died, before he died,
yeah. People, you know what he did? I'm gonna say this, man. The motherfucker was like, I was about to punch a comic in the face in front of the Comedy Act Theater. I was mad. He started talking, AJ Johnson.
I know AJ Johnson. I know AJ.
Yeah, he was just talking shit to me. And I'm like, if I don't know you, you can't come up and start saying like wild shit to me. He's like saying some wild shit. And I was just coming up to do a set. And then he's like, fuck this light-skinned nigga, and just start talking about me. I'm like, I don't know you. What's wrong with you? And I said, dude, just wait and do your show. Leave me alone. You know how you be in that mood, like,
right.
When shit ain't going good in your life. You're like, just leave me alone. And I was gonna hit him in the face hard. Just started punching. And Ronaldo Ray checked me. He checked me.
So, what did he say?
I learned a lot from Ronaldo Ray to be a man. Walk away.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best move to make, man.
But Ronaldo Ray was real. I think all the men I was around was always telling me to do that rah-rah shit. And I did learn from him. It's like, no, you can't. That shit'll make you end up
get you fucked up.
Yeah. So he told me, he said, look, I'm arguing with this nigga for about an hour. And then I realized who the asshole was. And I walked away. And I didn't get it at first. I started driving home. Who he trying to say is the ass? Oh shit, I'm the asshole for letting this dude get to me. And I did not get it at first. It's like, oh dude, I'm the one constantly wanting to fight, getting hurt and all kind of shit. And then I chilled. And I thanked him every time I saw him. I said, man, you made me really change my thought process as a man. But a lot of people that don't know Ronaldo Ray, when I say it, they don't know him. So,
man, I guess that's the beauty of being old, man. We had the mentors that came in our lives at different points in time. You know, one of my mentors ran Dudo's music, and the name was Deucey Williams. Nobody knows who this guy is, but he wrote the song Earth Angel. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's how he's able to build that big old auditorium in Compton. And he told me why he built it in Compton and where he built it was on Central Avenue. And when he told me why he built it, because back in the day, Central Avenue, that was the main drag for black folks. He built it just inside the Compton city limits so that when black folks came down Central Avenue, they could come to Compton, because Compton was all white when he built it, okay? So he built it, and he built it on the edge right by Centennial High School, so white folks from Washington, LA could come to Compton and get the entertainment and get out for the police to get to him. That was his whole motivation.
So I say I love that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that shit.
So when guys like us, we are the missing link between those guys, those old guys, and these new guys. Okay?
Yeah, so that's exactly it.
That's why I do my podcast, to drop some knowledge on these folks. One of my mentors, I was arguing with a guy one time, and I'm gonna whoop this guy's ass. Old man called me upstairs and say, "Man, what you doing, man? I'm gonna whoop this guy's ass. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Why?" He's disrespecting me. He says, the old man told me, "Does this guy have a nightclub?" I said, "No."
You froze.
Oh, what about now?
You froze. It froze for a second.
Okay. He said, "Does this guy have a nightclub?" I say, "No." "Does this guy have a brand new car?" I say, "No."
Yo, the video froze.
It froze? Damn, I'm moving real well over here.
The video's freezing.
Oh, shit. I'm telling a good story, you. God damn it.
Lonzo.
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you. I hear you fine.
Man, no, Lonzo, it froze.
Damn. What's wrong with, what you call it? I'm doing a great job here,
It's doing, you know how it looked like that? It did like that.
What about now? We still moving?
Yeah, I can see it moving, but it's freezing off and on.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's fucked up. I'll tell you one of my good stories, man.
I know, man. I know, like right in the middle of it.
Anyway, he told me, he says, "Hey, man, does this guy have a new car?" I said, "No." "He got a nightclub?" I said, "No." He says, why are you, what does this guy have?" I said, "He has nothing." He said, "Why are you going to risk everything you got for a guy who has nothing?" I said, "Damn."
See, that's a good point.
Why are you going to risk going to jail or getting beat up? Either way, it could go either way, okay? If you get your lawyer involved in the shit, just to prove a point to some niggas.
Yeah, I learned it. I wish I had learned it earlier. I would have had a lot less pain. But I think once I learned it, I definitely stuck with it. And just like when somebody say some crazy shit to me, sometimes I just feel like, you know what? Ain't worth that shit. You know, I got shit popping. So, I mean, it's important.
Man, tell Godfrey, I'm a fan of his work. I didn't realize that was Godfrey sitting next to Snoop in the Soul Plane till after he was on his show. And I'm a big fan of his work, man. But I knew he was gonna get canceled. He was talking too much shit. He was talking a gang of shit. But I still like him.
He got canceled.
I heard the story why he got canceled. I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he's doing his thing now. I'm doing the shit today, and then but nah, man, I'll tell him, man. Maybe
I'd love to interview with him, man. I'll do a show with him because shit. I know he know who the fuck I am. Hopefully he does. Shit, he know anything about hip hop.
I mean, I'm seriously, like, literally. I can't. My glasses. I don't know what's up. I got reading glasses now. I've been getting them from the dollar store.
Man, that shit don't work. No, I got true story before you go. Okay, I used to do the same shit, right? I used to do the same shit. I go to the dollar store and buy them $2 glasses, right? And I fit them off my eyes like this right here, right? I'm fitting off my glasses. I'm DJing. I got a club in Hollywood Park Casino. I'm the DJ, club rocking like a motherfucker. Everything is going good. Two fine sisters walk in the DJ booth, and they say, "Hey, Mr. DJ, you got?" One say, "He ain't got it, girl. I say, "Bitch, I would have bought some real glasses. Fuck that." True story. True fucking story, okay?
I got to get some more. I don't know. I mean, because I went to get the eye checkup, and I couldn't see the computer screen.
Shit.
And I was like, what's wrong with me? I thought something was wrong because I was starting to have, headaches and shit. And they said, "Oh, no, you need reading glasses." And so I went and got the ones from the dollar store because I saw them.
They'll get you started, but they ain't going to keep you going, Doc.
Yeah.
That's like a Band-Aid. You need stitches, bro. You need optical stitches. Them are Band-Aids.
I know. See, they don't. I'm trying to. So if I see, like, trying to read the shit, it just feels funny. You probably
need some bifocals like I got, because you probably got that shit where you either far-sighted or this-sided.
What's weird, check this out. From here, I can read. When I go like this, is that weird?
You probably wear my glasses, man. I got the same shit. I got to throw a book away from me, then read the motherfucker. Stand back. Okay? Shane, much love to you, Doc. Go do your interview, man.
Oh, man. I'll let them know, man. You should get some other cats I know, man. Alonzo.
Hey, man.
There's some
Man.
good guys.
I would love to get Alonzo Bolden, man. I'd love to
my
get
boy, man.
Man, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back and let him know I'm looking for him. I would love to have him on my show, man.
Yeah, some they good dudes too, man. Like God, and there's a couple other comics I fuck with heavy. You know, I mean, I think it'd be a good look for you and a good look for them.
Man, I'd love to have him on there, dude.
They need to know Lonzo's in the building.
They need to know Lonzo's in the fucking house, okay?
There you go.
Much love, Shang.
Much love,
Peace,
man.
Doc.
I appreciate it, man.
All right,
Thank you
always.
so much.
Peace.
All right.